So hello, I'm live. It is Rick Sarah here to say hello to the world. And there's been a lot going on in the world since I was last on. Not great things. I know it's been a tough week. And I wonder if anybody wants to come out. Hey, Hannah, Lisa, Tina, hello, you fine ladies.
You want a drink?
Yes.
What would you like?
Give me a rum and coke. Steve, Arnold Ziffel, Robin, Annika, Criven, 999, Pupperise, Cameron, hello Cameron, from Scotland, Cameron. So I'm going to be on a future podcast of Finders Beepers from the UK. Yes, I am. I'm going to be interviewed by Matt and Andy. I've been working with Sue to do a check and make sure everything worked. And it did. And here I am afterwards. Mavis, are you familiar with Finders Beepers? Finders Beepers. They have videos, they have a podcast show. The one lady lives in the Blackpool area, and the other gentlemen live a little further away, about 100 miles. Hello, Laura, Ambrose. You're not aware, but you'll look into them. Good. Cabal, Trey, Laura, Roy. I'm just sitting here, minding my own business. Not getting sprayed by pepper spray, and not being harassed by police, or in the danger of the street. Leslie, hello. Cabal, hello. And hello from Maine, Leslie. Fairy Fickle. Who's the hefty fan I got there? Oh, right here, yes. Yeah, it's a hefty fan, all right. This is a Weber fan, window fan from probably the 60s, I'd guess, age-wise. They've been around for a long time. They don't really make a lot of window fans anymore now, but they've been making fans for a very long time. Oh, Hunter, that's what it is, not Weber. Hunter fans, Hunter. Oh, I'm sorry, Arena. Down in Australia, some reporters got attacked. Or were they up here in the States reporting back? Maybe I'm misunderstanding where they were. But I know I saw there were peaceful protests over the weekend from all over. Wouldn't be surprised if there were some gatherings in Australia in the big cities. I know that there was a big gathering in New Zealand, Amsterdam, other nations. I mean, it's nice that people are actually standing up for the United States and for the people of the United States. Really appreciate it. So it's kind of a tough day. It's kind of a tough time. Rick Lives Matter. Well, thank you very much for saying that. Laura, well, thank you so much. Just because you're so damn cute, she says. Thank you so much. Uh, I'm glad to hear about a peaceful protest in Niagara Falls, New York. I've seen a couple examples of some positive moments. Uh, a younger black guy, maybe a teenage, maybe 18 or so. I saw him walk case of bottles of water and place them and open up the case before a bunch of riot police. I'm not sure where that was, but there was no problem. And it was a nice gesture to leave some water for the officers who were there just to keep peace. Your charger's here.
Can you unplug it and hand it to me? Oh, they got a good shot of your forehead.
Good.
Yeah.
So glad. But cheers you all with a rum and coke on my end.
It's awfully strong.
It's stiff. Well, thank you. I started working on something today, and I think I'm gonna have to consider going back to the old computer. I was trying to work on the Mac, and I just am not getting it. I went to try to move a file. I moved a whole folder. I didn't want to move a whole folder. So, because I have to put together something this week to go with our last Another Dirty Room episode that we have to release. Yes, I'm sorry, this is the end of the road, but this weekend, it could be delayed, but I think that Dan was thinking of it at least this weekend, Friday, Another Dirty Room from West Virginia, the second episode we did out there. ZZZ, amazingly, other than Jake having trouble with getting sick from smells and odors,
Lord,
maybe mold.
$20 just
I know.
'cause you're damn cute.
I know, I saw. None of us have really gotten injured or infected.
Jake got sick once.
Sick, I brought that up, but that's it. And, Jake, to be honest, he hasn't been on scene with us shooting
Since then.
for a long time. Not long since then, I guess. So it was like
I can't believe he ate that chicken either.
somewhere in season 2, it was just Dan shooting. So that's just the way that is. Thank you, Carnage, for saying that. Somebody said hello to you, honey,
Hi.
from Australia. You saw that?
Mm-hmm.
Raw sewage. So far, raw sewage hasn't been too close to us. That frozen chicken. Yeah, well, I ate a small amount.
You didn't eat it, you sort of swallowed it.
I did and swallowed it down with a bunch of water.
You took it like a pill.
I took it like a pill, like a trooper.
You couldn't taste it because you took it like a pill.
How do you say chicken in Baltimore ease?
Chicken.
Chicken. Chicken. Romeo's lover, she got a little sick watching that. I'm a savage. Oh, no, I didn't spit it out with the water. I'd already swallowed it out. I was just rinsing my mouth with the rest of the water I spit out.
Apparently, Leslie Beckwith, you remind her of her ex.
Oh.
He was a trash man.
Oh, no. Well, Leslie, that's nice. I'm sorry that I remind you of your ex-husband because I'm sure it's painful. that I would bring you this mixture of joy and pain at the same time. Ah, chicken was definitely a low. As soon as I saw the freezer and we popped it loose with the screwdriver, of course I did that. I knew I was going to eat some of that.
Before or after Dan suggested you eat it?
Before. Before Dan had even suggested it, I already had thought in my head, this will be a funny gag. I'll be eating a little of this. Hi there. Yes. Nick from Florida. Hello, Nick. Yeah, the chicken was gross, he said.
Yes, it was.
And what did it smell like? It smelled like bad meat.
And you ate it anyway.
And we ate it anyway, yep. So, Majader, are you familiar with Finders Beepers? A podcast now, but also a video series of urbexing and craziness
In the UK.
in the UK. Well, I'll be on there next Monday shooting or recording a podcast with those guys. And it'll be coming out on their channel as one of their podcasts. So stay tuned if you like Finders Beepers.
Arnold said, Rick, you should call Dan. He seems really down earlier on Twitter.
I've been trying to reach out to Dan, and I was wondering if he was. And I saw him post a couple things on Twitter about the situation right now and how bad things are
No,
looking.
he's in Baltimore City.
Yeah, but Dan is in Baltimore City, but he's on the 8th floor of a big building. I think he's okay up there.
Yeah, he's okay up there.
But mentally, he's probably not too okay because he's pretty serious in his politics that he doesn't want to talk about too much. And I looked at a little bit of their stuff. I haven't really gotten to look at a lot, but I was sent a video to look through when they were at a farm. And I was looking at that, and apparently there was some figure I'm supposed to take a look at. Yeah, he does, Arnold. He struggles with constipation. Oh, depression. Oh, I misread that. He's suffers with both conditions, depression and constipation. Terrible combination.
Don't make light of it.
I'm not trying to make light of depression. I'm sorry. I just am trying to entertain to keep it from being too serious.
Heidi thinks you remind her of her dad. I'm good.
Oh, thank you. Ducolax.
Ducolax. You asked.
I'd like to try to be silly, Heidi. And that it's not hard. I'm a silly man. Howdy doody, Rick from the UK. There's Fruit Bat Jenny. And Fruit Bat Jenny just coming on. I'll be on the podcast by Finders Beepers, which is Yorkshire, I think, that they're from. And I'll be on a future
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire? Is that how you say it? So you should check out Finders Beepers. Anybody in here. They're good entertainment too from the other side of the pond. Yes, and Plop Plop Fizz Fizz is good, Sean. Of course, I don't need any Plop Plop Fizz Fizz. I got all the fizz I need in this Coca-Cola.
I brought you just Coke in case you want to lighten it up.
And real Coke, not the dollar store type of cola.
Tony is in Cambridgeshire.
Here's Neil. Hello, Neil from California, Maryland again. Thank you.
Who's California, Maryland?
It's like southern Maryland,
Okay.
not too far from Calvert Cliffs and Patuxent Naval Air Station down there. Oh yeah, what is Arnold? What is the Walmart name for soda? Hello, Chris Schaffer or Schaefer from Ohio. Welcome, Chris. Thank you for joining us for cocktails with Rick Sarah. Only on YouTube. We are doing well here. Thank you, Saigon Rose. It's Yorkshire, not Shire, by the way.
Awesome.
Thank you. We stand corrected. Yorkshire.
Can they hear me when I talk from here?
Can you hear Dolline in the background when she talks? Coke girl here. Oh, Laura, are you? Hey, Sean, found another one here. She likes her Coke. Yes, we can hear her. Hello, Destiny Glenn. Maria. Sticky Chronic Buds. Oh, that's nice. Sticky Chronic Buds.
Somebody wanted to know what was for dinner.
Sticky Chronic Buds. What is the dinner called, hon?
Beef fajita bowl.
Beef fajita bowls. So we're going to eat bowls tonight instead of Bud. We're eating bowls. Mountain Lightning for Mountain Dew. Thank you, Steve Seabode. Cheers to you too. Arnold, that's what it's called. Mountain Lightning is one of the names instead of Mountain Dew.
What time is it in your house?
So what do they call it?
6:21.
Woka Cola? Or is it Wuhan Cola from Walmart? Or is it Beijing root beer?
Oh, Blue Mountain Dew voltage.
Hi, Brian. How are you, Brian Tan? You don't want no Wuhan Cola? I understand. We've had enough of that.
Is Sue from Finders Beepers.
Sue Scott, hi there. So I was plugging Finders Beepers on here, Sue. And there's a few people from UK in the room. So say hi to Sue from findersbeepers.co.uk is their address. Finders Beepers. Both of them are plural. Amy, from Israel once again. But you're leaving us? I bet you it's getting close to bedtime, huh? I don't know what your time is, but it's approximately 11:30.
It's 6:22 here.
So it's like 5 hours, 6 hours ahead of us, or yeah. So later in Israel. Hello, all UK people. Twist up for Sprite. Oh, you just arrived. Good. Glad to hear it. 11:22 with Fruit Bat Jenny. 1:22 a.m. in Israel. 3:10 wherever Romeo's lover is.
Where is he?
It's a she.
She, Romeo, where are you?
While wherefore
Where
outdoor,
art thou?
Romeo. It's actually Juliet, but I don't know why she goes by Romeo's lover.
Well, that is Juliet.
I saw Dan the other day. We went out a little bit to shop, and then that's it. Like about 1 hour time period we got to be together.
Oh. Romeo's lover is in California.
Oh. And where is Romeo?
She doesn't give a shit.
She doesn't give a shit. I thought she loved Romeo.
Doesn't make a difference. I love you. I don't give a shit where you are.
Oh my. I'd like to, when it's a little more safe to do so without causing people more distress. When people are already trying to wear masks and social distance, what fun is that? To watch them doing that. In America is, Brian, it's not good.
And Romeo's lover is happy alone.
Oh, she is? Okay. All right.
Were you blazed out of your mind on the Kmart trip? No. No, that was his normal self.
Which one are we talking about? The where did I dance in the pink snow pants? Yeah, it was pretty sober. Yes, time to strike one for the gang here.
Romeo's lover, I'm glad you're in a safe spot. Too much crap going on out there.
I mean, wasn't it at not Venice Beach, but what other beach was it at that they had some trouble? I mean, I knew that we were looking at trouble around Los Angeles, but I couldn't believe the other location.
Don't get into it big time, Rick.
No.
Take them away from it.
So,
You take big poops? He may not, but I do.
you know, it's amazing. Well, thank you very much. Service business tips for you. Yes, everybody does need to do that.
She's near Sacramento. Sacramento.
We need peace and harmony more. We need to pray. Pray for those that are trying to stand up for what is right. And to pray that no one gets hurt by those who are taking advantage of the situation and just trying to cause trouble or loot. Because the people who are really protesting are not doing all of that. That's just unfortunately people taking advantage of a situation. Because if you're out there to protest something, why would you make more violence? You're there to stand there like Martin Luther King did, peacefully demonstrating like Mahatma Gandhi.
Don't get into it too much.
I mean, just giving him a little bit of reference. Nonviolent protest is the way you have to be. Yeah, I've seen all kinds of acts that seem to be contrived by those who want trouble to happen. Some videos appear to show police in compromising situations, almost making the trouble occur. That was from the very beginning up in Minneapolis. Footage was put up on Twitter.
Don't get into it.
So, there are bad actors out there. And then there's good people in between who are just standing against what happened to George Floyd. What happened to all the others before George Floyd. We're supposedly the United States of America, which was founded on freedom, yet we still don't have freedom for all. I think that, since we were founded around 1776, that it's about time we start to actually have freedom for all.
Okay, change the subject.
End of political diatribe.
Yay.
Hello, glowworm. Yeah, I'm sorry that's likely to be kicking up more infection.
Though I have seen a lot of protesters with
Yeah.
masks on.
I
The
mean,
majority
a
do
lot
have them.
more people are wearing a mask with all this going on that are not. So that's good. Make music or love, not war. And exactly, real protesters do not loot. So remember when you see that. And anybody doing that, I hope they do get arrested. And at least the police would be acting on people who
Toking.
deserve to be arrested, not those who don't. And seeing police macing people in the face and they're standing there not doing anything, that it's just so sad. I don't know how anybody can do that and how they can look at themselves in the mirror.
You toking? I want to know.
Yeah, I'm toking.
Okay, somebody saw that. That's the only reason I.
Yeah, I toked a little bit.
I love the way you're positioned because you can't see me. I love it.
Edward, you're never too late. We're still here. We've only been on for 27 minutes. Thank you for coming. Air freshener is different, but if you spray it in your eye, it can hurt.
Just picked up good weed, glowworm said. Finders beepers.
Beepers,
Thank you.
history seekers, evening big man. Hope you are good, mate. Give yourself a beer on me. Looking forward to speaking soon. I really am. Now, I don't know whether that's Andy or Matt, but I'm assuming it's Matt. Did you enjoy my little video, Matt? Since you're on here, I hoped it was a little fun for you. Oh, thank you, Chris. Chris is trying to protect my reputation.
You have no reputation.
He's telling people I'm smoking tobacco.
Hey, pot's better than tobacco. I
applied for the Maryland Medicinal Cannabis Commission card. And I am waiting through the legal process till I will actually have the right to do so. Somebody asked about a ghost. I don't know if you can see that.
What is a wet transfer?
Oh, here it is. This stuff is called Ghost Rider. This package of cannabis. Aha, there's another person with Ghost OG. It's real, yeah. So about ghosts, one thing that's sad for me is my inability to see them. I've heard their noises. I've heard a few times disembodied voices. I'm very good at listening to recordings and picking them out of the background in recordings, so I do very good at pointing out electronic voice phenomena in recordings. But I am not very good. I'm not as sensitive. I haven't seen ghosts. I wish that I would. I would love to. I had something touch me once. That was very, very strange, slightly electric. I just had some object come and, just hit my top of my hand like this. My hand was in this kind of orientation where I was, and something from above. And I looked up. Of course, there's nothing above. Leslie saw an angel. So, and Maria's seen things, but not people. Ooh, you're freaking me out. But I have to go to Leslie first. How do you know it was an angel?
Would you shit yourself and run if you saw one?
I don't think so. I
You
would
might
not.
shit yourself, but you wouldn't run.
No, I wouldn't shit myself. I might freeze. Oh. You know my trouble, Allie, is when I meditate, I doze off. So I know that you can't do that. You have to stay awake. So I'd have to really work on that. Maybe put tacks in my shoes or something. But I saw a man standing where a trash can was. He was pale with brown hair, green shirt, and khakis. He looked at me and vanished. She talked to me telepathically. This is Leslie Beckworth talking about her angel. And you haven't slept since December 2nd, 2018.
How are they still here?
What, the person?
Yeah. If they
Well-
haven't slept since then.
But what is it that makes you fear? What was the message that you got telepathically? An angel's not supposed to be something we would fear, I hope, anyway. What gave you that kind of fear? And you're not tired either. And I got that video, assumably Matt, from Sue. She sent it to me. I was looking at it and I didn't get to that section of the video and had to break away. I'm going to go back and look at it later.
I believe Rick's wife only.
Uh, I've had mushrooms a couple of times, but never enough to really have much more than tracers and colors. I didn't really see anything that wasn't there. I just saw.
Mushrooms are more than what they are.
Well, they gave me more of an
Of
enhancement.
course, the last time I did mushrooms was probably in the 80s. Yeah.
Now, LSD I did in the 80s and 70s, and I had some fairly hallucinogenic experiences with that stuff. Yeah, I understand the same thing, Tom. That has always made me.
Maria G.
All right, I will. Why run away if you're going ghost hunting? What's the deal? Right after my mom passed, my touch lamp kept going on and off like crazy. It's in the corner. No window open, no one near it. All right, so a couple weeks after my father died, and he died here in my home, we had a minister over, and my brother came over, and my wife and myself
And your daughter. And
daughter to talk about memorial service for Dad. And I'm sitting just waiting for everybody to show up, and I heard Rick called into my left ear as I was sitting closest to the door on a love seat. To me, it was my father. That's what I thought immediately. What happened to Anonymous and Destiny?
or Baltimore's on.
My sister inherited our grandma's house. She heard the doorbell ring. No one was there. And no dinger. Wow, well, heard my name called. I live right next to a graveyard. Hey, that's great, Jack. Sounds like a great place to live. You think it was my father, Leslie? Well, I'm only in love. They were carrying on flirty chat. All right, now, the two of you, please go and private chat after the broadcast and enjoy yourselves. In the meantime, talk with us. Okay? I'm glad it's not video chat. Bunch of little screens watching people doing their own thing. And one person just going like that the whole time with their finger up their nose. I'm glad they're not on the chat. Rick's Cupid. Oh. It's okay, Anonymous Automaton and Destiny. It must be destiny. Automatic destiny. Oh. Guido. How you doing, Guido? Love from Ohio. And Anonymous is just spamming stupid questions. Oh, thank you, Louisa. Oh. Okay. Well, my mods try to be even-handed and not too crazy. They know I don't want people to be unnecessarily using their immense power. And I just ask for common human decency in here. Common human decency. Please, for God's sake.
Anonymous, no, wait a minute, let me see.
What do you do?
Cassandra, Luke, Rick, I hope you're well. My internet kicked me off the last live. We didn't have good internet.
I had terrible. Right now it's okay, but I'm sitting in the office stable. And I've ordered a replacement router from Verizon Fios,
You
so
have to pick it up?
it's being shipped here. So hopefully that helps. The person gets on, and this guy sounds like he's a Russian spy, okay? And he's telling me, oh, well, I can see you have 12 different devices on right now. And I'm like, what, on my Wi-Fi? Yeah. 12. And I'm thinking in my head, 1, 2, 3, maybe 6 at the most, not 12. So I go, well, there's no way there's 12 devices on here. Can you read off the screen and tell me how many different devices are on here and what they are? Now, he was trying to sell me $15 more a month on getting another router. The one router is included with the package I have. But I guess if I want the one that actually works, I have to pay for it. I said, I expect to have equipment that works. So first give me equipment that works, and if it's my fault because I overused with too many devices, then I'll address that. We should go pop over to America and go head to head with you, the abandoned fridge food. Oh, you think you found some competition that might go head to head with you and your foul eating practices, Matt? Burying food in Andy's yard for a year and a half and then going and eating it at the store brand, maybe not the same exact store where you purchased it, including a milkshake and a Happy Meal or whatever the frick thing is. I don't know if I can compete with that. Maybe the guy who opens up the cans of World War II rations. Maybe you could do it head to head with him. Hello, Jen. Hello, Stephanie. I'm glad I got you laughing there, Matt. Yeah, Sue was telling me about you. Apparently, you've made Sue a little concerned a couple of occasions with your perverse delectables that you've eaten. But I guess I did impress eating some left behind food from a person probably living marginally. And I opened up one of their cans of Vienna sausages and ate one with a pigeon feather.
Mm.
And soap, of course, putting soap in your mouth. What a disgusting thing. No, I never got any stomach ache or anything. I only ate about like a third of an ounce, maybe, one little nugget. Arsel! There's Arsel from Europe,
Didn't you say you were part
Holland.
Spanish one time?
I have a family that is Hispanic, Portuguese, and Italian. The last name is Sarah. It can be found in all three countries. And my family apparently started in Mallorca, an island, of course, large island off the southern coast of Spain or the east coast of Spain. And they emigrated to Italy and eventually to Carrara, Italy, specifically. My favorite department
I
store,
don't have one.
not anymore. They keep closing my favorites.
You never shopped.
I don't, well, I always like Kmart. And before that, I used to like to go to Sunny Surplus, Bainesville Electronics. These were two local. Okay, so you're saying in Spain, the name is Catalan instead of Sarah? So we could have been the Catalans and then we became the Sarahs when we went to Italy?
Oh, someone done. Oh,
What's that?
horse poop burgers.
Who had that?
Finders, beepers, history seekers.
What?
I've done horse poop burgers, maggot pie, drunk old man sweat, and many, many more odd things. But we can talk about that soon.
No, you did not eat horse poop burgers. The dried out ones?
What's that? What the fuck?
They're great for fire starters. Did
That's
you know
cow
that?
patties.
Well, that's just a horse patty. It's the same
Yeah, but I
thing.
thought they were really making about it. Ooh, never mind. I don't know.
Tom, I guess you better take some Malox. You should have a bottle by the side of you every time you watch ADR or my live streams, I guess. Drunk old man sweat. I know. Let me ask you, Matt, did you lick it from his
Oh, no, go there.
the location where he makes some Fromunda cheese?
Come on.
Do you know where Fromunda cheese is? It's Fromunda, you balls. Oh,
Your
that
drink
smells
looks
bad.
good. Why aren't you drinking your drink?
Oh, I don't know.
I need a refresher.
I don't know if you like this kind of live stream. I do. Ooh, thank you, Anonymous. So Anonymous knows some things about geography and towns, as well as sexual positions.
Mm.
Where is the gourmet going on, Matt? some Worcestershire establishment. Put a little bit of the Worcestershire sauce on, and you let the Fromunda cheese drip off of the man's ball sack into a cup. And then you sip that golden, lovely concoction, don't you, Matt? I'm 60 years old. Jean-Luc Picard. I'm sorry, I haven't watched your special show. I'm too cheap to subscribe to All Access CBS. I'm so sorry. But live long and prosper. Yeah, the burger came fresh. The horse's butt, I went and collected it. The sweat was an old man we took to the gym and sponged him. Oh my God! You are a sick puppy. Bow wow wow. Oh my God. I want to thank you for joining us tonight, Matt, because you've added some kind of a dimension here that we on this live program have not fully appreciated yet. We usually don't have people coming on to share such gross stuff. It's usually all me. Thank you so much for your contribution. Dan Bell is engaged. He's engaged to a younger man in Ecuador who is unfortunately separated from him due to this terrible pandemic across this world.
Would you like to cheer me?
Cheer, everybody. Cheers to you. God bless us, everyone.
That's Tiny Tim.
You can never say God bless us enough. He lived in the States. The man's name is Eric. He was here on a visa.
Come on, Belle.
And they met somehow because he was in Baltimore. I don't know where they encountered each other. Restaurant or a bar or club. And there became, entanglement. And years after this happened, it's been something that Dan never forgot. And they stayed in touch, and starting some time ago, reconnected, and been together ever since remotely. And this was their big plan. They were hoping to see each other in February, and everything took to shit. So did their trip. And unfortunately,
Up that bar you mentioned before, where John Waters goes from Neil Dawson.
okay, you mean the Holiday House dive bar, the Holiday House, the Holiday, Holiday House.
Definitely dive.
It's on Harvard Road. Now, you know all bars are closed. Most restaurants are still closed, except for those that could make outdoor seating. And some are open only. Yes, and Sean Arm and I certainly know our Holiday House.
Me, but somehow. Sean Arm, you owe me.
Hey, Sean Arm, you hear that? Dolline says something about you owe her. I don't know what that means. And lots of places are closed. Exactly, Jen. So, we're not, this is a different world, and we don't know which one of these places will actually open again. Some of these people are going to open to rent the store to someone else, is how they're going to open. They're not going to be a business anymore. Restaurants we're going to lose.
Jean-Luc Picard,
Yes, what does he say?
did you do a video on the office block that was a mental institution in the early 2010s? I love that video. I like the name, Jean-Luc Picard. I don't
Yeah,
know
oh
what
yeah.
talking
Oh,
about.
you're talking about where I actually used to work. We were doing videos of the mental.
Say bye to Heidi. She's got to go.
Oh. Bye, Heidi. And
Yes,
thank
you gotta
you
go.
for coming. And we'll talk to you again. Stay safe out there. And those videos are on Patreon. So anybody who doesn't know what Patreon is, and I know that the Finders Weepers do. Beepers, I mean. Finders Beepers. We call it Finders Keepers, so you get us going there. No, it's not Sandy Gay. Why do you think it's Sandy Gay? I'm Rick. Nothing's open in Alaska. Damn.
You realize that when you do Sandy Gay, you are like using Susan as a template?
It's sad, but it's true.
Do you ever feel like throwing up when you investigate a room?
Never. To this,
Those last two ones were pretty bad.
they were bad, but I didn't feel like throwing up. But I was basically becoming poisoned respiratorily. Podcast. I'm waiting for the next podcast call. Dan has put us on a little break, but I'm sure it'll be coming back soon. We're waiting for a piece of equipment to come in, which is going to provide us both with the ability to use really good microphones and USB connection and give us the best of both worlds and do a podcast. I got a secret message from someone.
You can tell them the story about Carla without mentioning names, about bed bugs and how I was there. That would be interesting. You're taking too long, hon.
I'm sorry. I can't say it on the air.
Who was it from?
Well, Sean Arms saying he'll
Oh.
take care of it, but right now it's dry.
Oh, he will? Okay.
I need to install a window shaker. It's too hot. ADR, one more ADR is coming out, Amy. One more. The second one of West Virginia, and I'm putting together a reel of behind the scenes stuff. That'll be coming out this week, too.
Well, how is your new phone? You don't even know yet.
It looks like it's going to be great. I haven't filmed anything with it, videoed anything with it. I mean, yet.
You're waiting for the,
I have to get a case. I don't even dare want to take it anywhere until I get a case. It's all glass back.
and you're waiting for the SIM card.
And to fully hook it up, I need that. But right now, you're actually looking at the image and listening to the audio on the new phone.
Really?
Yes.
How
So,
did that happen?
hey, Cindy. Well, I can use it Wi-Fi. So if you think that the picture quality has been good or the sound has been good, it's because we're not on my old phone. We're on my new phone. Now, ironically, this is a little bit longer, but they're about the same width. Thank you, Criven. That's what I thought too, especially since this one has 4K cameras. This is the iPhone 11. Not the Pro, not the Max. It's just the 11. It only has two instead of three
Game
cameras.
Hunter, read that shit.
Is your wife looking for younger men? She
I
probably.
think she's hot. You are my younger man.
She wouldn't know what to do with one.
You are my younger man.
Yeah, I am your younger man. But what about an even younger man?
They couldn't handle me.
How about a younger man plus myself?
Oh!
Did you hear that?
I like one at a time.
You don't want one doing one thing and one doing another at the same time?
I get confused easily.
Jen, I have an SE I just sent back because
It was too small.
these fingers. It's like I was trying to touch this like a E with 4-point font on the keypad.
That looks like your tapeworm.
It does. It looks a lot like my tapeworm. I wonder why that's the case. It does suck. The SE just sucks completely. I'm so sorry. Well, I turned it back in, got full refund, and I got the 11 instead.
We haven't got the refund yet.
Well, it'll clear
We're
when they.
supposed to get the refund.
Well, we'll see. We'll get
Let's
the.
hope so, or we have to mortgage our house.
Okay, we better. Yeah, I multitask. I try to, but it's hard. Oh my God! Philip Berger just said something to you.
Who?
Going back to our dirty comments about you,
Yeah.
he said you have 3 holes.
They're not all available.
They're not all available. That's the answer that she gives. You're a nasty boy, Philip Berger. Bad, bad, bad. Well, I want to thank you all for being with us tonight, and I want to thank those who have sent me a little contribution, a little gift. Thank you very much. So what are you guys going to do the rest of the week? Your cat Willie is watching. Is your cat as impressed as you, Maria? I hope so. Yeah, well, Romeo, you have a 6 plus. Is it fine for you? That's all that matters. I kept being chastised by Dan Bell that insisted I get a new phone. Kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. Well,
You didn't like your old phone anyway.
I didn't think it was a problem, but every time I tried to use it for a
Bitched about
broadcast,
it all the time.
it was because of Dan's comments to me. Really. Oh, I'm sorry, Louisa. Yeah, it's boring if you don't have stuff to do. Destiny Glenn, thank you. You're painting your room. Any tips? Are you using tape to, do the ceilings and all? We went to the green tape some time ago.
Use green tape.
Instead of the blue.
Not as good.
And number 2, pull the tape as soon as you can. After it's dry, pull the tape. Don't let it stay on. Leslie is a painter. Ask Leslie, but she can tell you. You know, you don't want the paint to uh, get caught on the tape and pull off. And when you pull off the tape, make sure you take a knife, a very sharp
Yeah.
razor blade, and
And
score
cut it
the
first.
edge. Score the edge so you break that film, the membrane of paint you just put on, so you don't have it attached to the tape as you pull it off. Because you get a piece pulled off and you got to redo the whole thing, and man, that is a pain in the ass. And thank you, Leslie. And yes, use a razor blade. Thank you. Who knew? I can paint.
You can, I do.
I can paint with you. Well, anybody in the area, no more than an hour away, I'm sorry, from Baltimore. So preferably a half an hour, 45-minute one-way ride. I have a contractor to suggest. My daughter. My daughter has her own painting company, exterior, interior, commercial, industrial, and reasonable pricing. Female owned and operated painting company. MHIC and insured.
JWL.
JW Weller Services.
JWS.
JWS Painting Services. Right?
No services. JWS Painting.
JWS Painting. We're the same age, Leslie, and you painted a deck in Maine at 60 degrees.
We have a friend in Maine.
We have a friend living in Maine right now. Okay, here we go. The Games Hunter just put up something that I really wanted to do. I wanted to put this up.
You need to find out.
I'm trying to find out if there's any interest in having a meet and greet if it was held here in the Baltimore area. Do you know what part of Maine she's in?
I have to check.
But she's a traveling nurse, our friend. I know, but you have to come to me. That's the whole point. That's why I'm asking, Lauralee. And you'd have to fly over if you wanted to do that. So that's what I thought. It's probably not a good time with all it's going on still to do anything like that. Daniel's too drunk to drive. Everybody wants me to come to Europe or Maine or Massachusetts, go to Paxton Manor. Thank you, Jen. Or a haunted house in Leesburg, Virginia. Come to New York. It's Adelphi, Maryland. I know Adelphi, Maryland. J. Norm. Yes, I do. I actually inspected all the nursing homes in Adelphi, Maryland back in the day. And unfortunately, they all were not very good. And we could go down to St. Augustine. That would be great. We could stop there as we're going back to our home base near Tampa, Florida in the fall. Could think of that. I could do it in Florida because it's wide open. They could let you do everything now. It doesn't even matter. If you want to wear a mask, it's up to you. If you don't want to, fine.
Detroit, Maine. She's in Detroit, Maine somewhere.
Thank you, Crystal Roderick. I will stay safe. And earlier I got a donation I just didn't mention yet. You go back here. It was actually Jen Poirier, thank you for your donation, Jen. And I think I got Destiny Glenn, and thank you. So I think I'm caught up.
Did you get any response on anything in here for a meet and greet in Baltimore?
So mostly the responses I just got were it's too far.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So don't even set it up.
So we're still looking at if we can do a calendar.
It's expensive.
We found that the type I would want to buy are very expensive to make. And when you add shipping, an envelope, etc., it's
You have to charge 20.
we'd have to charge $20 a calendar. So
And that's with minimal profit.
and that's like basically not even hardly making anything.
It's like
Thank you, Criven, for your donation. I try. So I'm thinking about looking at a calendar, but I'm going to be looking at one that's not as high quality to be able to have a lower price calendar. So
but we'd still have to sell it for $20.
no, I don't think so.
15 at the least.
I think it's going to be that's the max.
Yeah, 15 is going to be.
Brennan was known to Dan through Jake Williams. So, Bright Sun Films. And no, it's not a nude calendar, but there will be at least a risky picture in it.
Risque.
Risque. But not totally nude. But at least it might have something like a nice, cute hiney.
Guess what they think of a face mask?
So that was one thing I was thinking of trying to sell as merch was a calendar. How about a face mask?
$20 a pop.
That'd be probably around $20 a pop. We might have a couple different designs.
No, you would have one single design.
The one design we're thinking of is it's related to the cocktail hour with Rick. The second design, in my mind, was a bring back asbestos. So
We have one.
but we'd start with one mask and see how that goes. And then maybe I would do the bring back asbestos if it worked. If the face mask looked like frilly panties.
No.
Oh yeah, look like children's, like girls' little panties. How about that?
$20 is about the going price for a calendar.
Thank you, Johnny Arnold Jr. Greetings from Massachusetts. Thank you for your gift.
Thank you very much.
Somebody wants me to bring back Kropinski. I never sent Kropinski away.
He did that on his own.
Mm-mm-mm.
Make sure they are aware of that.
But if you're a fan of Mr. Will Kropinski and you communicate on his social media, tell him I salute him. That's an honest face right there. I salute you, Will. Do a screen grab on that and send it to him. Whatever Will, whatever Will says, I would trust Will on saying his side of the story. Because that's where you'd best get it.
Look, somebody said, someone seen bring back asbestos on a mask in public. What
7
on earth would you
12
think?
p.m. 7:12 p.m. here on the East Coast, United States. And you know, it's there's nothing really in terms of money that we're trying to get out of merchandise, but
If
you
you're
should
gonna
make
sell
something.
merchandise, you have to make money.
I mean, you don't want to break even. And that's what we did the first time with the T-shirts.
No, we lost money.
Well,
on t-shirts.
well, I'm counting taking advantage of the losses as deductions on taxes.
But we lost money.
But we lost money as far as the selling of the
and
shirts.
we don't have that kind of money to afford.
And I don't have thousands to lay out and invest in merchandise to buy and set up online store and all that and then not sell them. Edible tapeworm eggs.
Grow your own.
Uh, we would just open up a package of Haribos and put them in another envelope. Edible worms.
I do edibles. I ain't doing worms.
Tapeworms are great for weight loss. Well,
No.
not really, because then they get heavy. You got to get them out after they eat all your fat.
You could sell condoms as candy.
I could sell condoms as candy. Who said that?
We don't have that type of flexibility.
Used needles, $10 a pop.
Well, I could do that.
I could have an eBay store. Anything that you sell must be used, nothing new, and preferably
Yeah.
disgusting
With
and
these,
smells like butt.
used boxer briefs.
Used dirty boxer briefs.
No, just used boxer brief. I ain't mailing anything dirty.
So you want to buy my used boxer briefs? In my size. We could do that. Used condoms. My used condoms?
He doesn't use condoms.
Oh, and Jen got the soap with her shirt. She was a customer to our store. Thank you, Jen. That's great. She was one of the people. We have a small mailing list of those who purchased from us. I'd like to go ghosting a lot of places. One thing I asked for was locations where things were odd, where it was either UFOs, phenomena,
Somebody
Ghosts,
asked about
paranormal.
What church you had left.
What shirts we have left are
Dan Bell.
Dan Bell shirts,
And they're larger sizes.
larger sizes like double X, triple X. That's what we have. I don't know why he smokes, because when I met him and I smoked, and I didn't smoke that much, but I smoked.
You smoked when you were with Dan.
And then I would smoke with him. But I mean, before, when I first met him, I was the one with the cigarettes. He didn't have any. And then he started to bum them off me. And now he's gone to a chain smoker for a couple of years. He does smoke light cigarettes, but he smokes 4 of them every 20 minutes. Oh, you thought it was weird. Yeah, because he didn't smoke. That was not his thing. But he's not doing a lot of other things. He's not doing anything to catch a buzz. He's not drinking at all.
He's not doing the alcohol, thank you, because he went way too far.
So he pushed that away, and he's that's the way it is. Well, if you wish to consider a shirt that's in the larger size, that's a Dan Bell shirt,
Email us
and we'll talk to you back and forth. rick.adr@aol.com. rick.adr@aol.com. That's my fan mail. Anybody who wants to just send a note and say hi, please feel free to use my fan mail. It's that simple. It doesn't sound like it's real, but it is a real email. All right. Nirmal from New York is going to email us. Arcel stopped 3 years ago. She quit smoking. Excellent.
Yay!
Uh, I know, love Laurely. He will do what he wants to do until he doesn't want to. Good
So
for you,
let's say
Neil.
AOL still alive.
It is. It's actually probably better than the old AOL because it's not so much full of crappy chat rooms. Yes, you got mail. Yeah, I don't think vaping is better because you're introducing other chemicals into your body beside the active ingredient of nicotine. But so neither one's good, whether it's smoke or vape.
Someone said,
Guido, I remember that too, Guido. And
Shasta Daisy says, I would be interested in a Dan Bell shirt in the larger sizes.
all right, rick.adr@aol.com. We have like 20. We can do some
That's all
sales.
we have left.
We have some envelopes left. We can
And
do a
Dan
deal.
Bell is the only shirt we have left.
Yeah. The only shirt that didn't sell out was the Dan Bell shirt. Laurely, switch the pot. Yes, bright sun. He is a bright little son of somebody. Yeah, I remember the bots and the people who had some kind of ability to freeze your computer, send you a bunch of messages all at one time.
Is Jake gay?
No, Jake is not gay. He's got a live-in girlfriend. And the guy for Bright Sun Films is Jake Williams. Had a question in there. Snuff or dip? You should try a snuff or dip. I'd rather dab than dip. Why do you keep saying edibles are the best? Edibles are the best. Edibles are the best.
Send me some. Send me edibles.
Yeah, you can send, anybody wants to send nice edibles, my wife would be happy to take a contribution. We'll give you the P.O. box.
You have that information. Don't make me pull it up.
Daniel Robbins, thank you very much. He's offering me,
Have a drink.
I think that's 10 pounds. Phew,
I don't know what that is.
that's a lot of weight, man. Thank you.
Cannabis legal in Maryland? Question mark.
It's medicinal only. So you have to go through this process of being reviewed to see whether you qualify for medical cannabis. And if you do, then you can buy it from a dispensary that sells that. Turdy Works is on tonight.
Who?
Turdy Works. It's a show. Is Crystal, would you like to give a full promo to Turdy Works? Feel free
Somebody
to
wants
post.
to know if you have ever had Crown Royal apple.
No, I haven't had that, but I've had Crown Royal. But there are all these flavors coming out in whiskeys and bourbons and blends, which is kind of not traditional. I ate some edibles for my grandson. Oh God, really, Shasta? Wow. Her heartbeat went up after she got some edibles from her grandson. Well, it might be because it's so concentrated and you're eating it. It's supposed to be a slower process, I thought.
Go, Bill. Okay, go.
All right, bed. What I think is Jeffrey Epstein was a creep. And he put together an operation to take advantage of underage girls. Who knows, boys too. Oh, and Anonymous says only indica should be used to make edibles. Don't use sativa. Well, thank you for pointing that out because I have some crappy sativa that I was going to do something with, but I guess it really isn't any good to do it as an edible if it's going to be, because it does give you a more of a heightened active rush. Indica gives you a more of a calm, like in the couch, right? Airy sweet. I like hybrids. Gives you a little bit of something, along with a maybe predominance of the indica. Yeah, I do like that combination. Tonight on True TV is this show called Turdy Works. It's very good. You should give it a try. Not like my friend Matt from Finders Beepers, who actually eats manure. Hi, Jill. How are you? Glad to see you. Death Star Bud. That doesn't sound good.
Boy, that's so much smaller than what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a nice big screen.
I see it differently, though.
Oh.
That's a difference in a fucking iPhone
And an
And then-
Android.
Galaxy. Galaxy's the way to go.
I have orbs. It's more likely dust particles because the window's open and air is moving by.
You actually have your window open?
Thank you, Cemetery Ridge Films. What other kind of a ridge but Cemetery Ridge? Oh, really? Hybrids give you a roller coaster? Well, what am I supposed to do? I was told I could just make some butter. Use butter. Infuse it in butter. And then put the butter on something else. A friend told me to cook it in one of those liquid things that can, heat your food to a very specific temperature. And I think he said, 120? And let it roll for a long time.
Witchy Poo 22, thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Did you watch the Idiocracy yet? I don't know what kind. But, I mean, there's a lot of stuff on this stuff called cable TV that's not looking really great. Oh, it's a movie? Idiocracy? Idiocracy. So that's what she was telling me. Okay. So what platform is Idiocracy available on right
Come on.
now?
Turn around. Get comfy.
Is it a show? Is it a movie? Samsonite saw a gray alien. How did this happen, Gray? I mean, Samsonite. You saw a gray. Ben, an agricultural engineer is more specific to, like agricultural practices, wastewater treatment plants, things like that. But yeah, I was one of those. So, and Jack saw a UFO, and I had some kind of a vision just
Come over and go
2 months
Shadow Bell.
ago.
Show Bell.
Hi, Bo. Bo, you okay? What's wrong? Hey, you okay? Is he handsome? Is he handsome?
Go down further. There you go. You got his face.
Oh,
I'm
the
not seeing it
baby.
on this.
The good boy. Yeah, the good baby. All right, well, I'm back. That's my little baby Bo. He's going to be 10 this fall,
October. Yeah.
in October.
Thank you, Games Hunter. He said it had nice legs. He needs to get his eyes examined.
Ah, thank you, Games Hunter. Yes, I play with the legs. They're so great for foreplay or 3-play.
I am gonna hurt your ass.
Kiss the dog. All right, so I want to hear about these UFO things. I saw a UFO with my own eyes fly upwards into the sky, massive speed, and you weren't even on drugs. Daniel, really? Well, I saw something I thought was a flock of birds, and it was still light outside, but it was approaching sunset. And then when I looked at it, I realized it wasn't a bunch of birds. It was a bunch of lights, and it was a triangle of these objects. And at one point, something shot to my right out of this structure.
Rick, it's time to shut down so we can go eat.
And then the craft kept going the direction it was going on, then it gradually made a turn and further away from me, basically went from north to northwest. Oh, okay. Long Duck Dong is here.
Oh, where's
Sorry
he
he was
been?
late. He's working on his channel. He's going to make a video soon and some live stuff. So good for you, buddy. Let us know so we can check you out. So look for Long Duck Dong on YouTube for his channel and his videos. It's Weaker's Life. Oh, Ashley, Missy. And your guinea pig Nugget and your husband as well. Welcome to the show. We're near the end of the show. We're coming up to 90 minutes broadcasting. And I thank you all for being here. But But all good things have to come to an end at some point in time. So the people who had little experiences,
Okay.
um, if you'd like to send a little summary to me at rick.adr@aol.com, maybe we can revisit these with a little more detail, and we can have a cocktail hour and talk about your strange encounters. So if you'd like to try to do that, send me some email, and when I see we have several stories there, I'll do that on the story on the future broadcast, and I'll make a little post first, put it up, give you at least a day's warning that we're going to do this kind of a thing. If you think you'd like to do that, please add, yes, ghost experiences, UFO, any oddity, strange phenomena, and we'll talk about it. Would that be good? I think it sounds like a fun thing to do. So I know that I've heard people have bad trips on weed, and I have to admit that I had a problem with anxiety disorder when I was a younger person. And if I smoked some of that when I was sensitized already, it could drive me into a panic attack, could drive me to have symptoms I would have during any panic attack. So if you're suffering with some kind of generalized anxiety right now, which wouldn't be unusual with the way the world is, I'm sorry, this is tottering. Uh, yeah, you could have a bad trip on weed for sure. So you may want to leave it alone at this time in your life. I left it alone from age 23 to age 37. You can do the same thing. Well, I love you all. I'm glad that you were here. 97 people finishing up. Thank you again for all the donations. Stay tuned for my next broadcast, and it's probably going to be a Friday night. Here we are, Tuesday. So, Friday night with Rick. Put it on your calendars. Until then, I will talk to you later. Thank you all. God bless.